Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
Here's the post. Here's the post. Here's the post. The Post Daily Dose. Here's the post. Here's the post. Here's the post. The Post Daily Dose. Here's the post. Here's the post. Here's the post. The Post Daily Dose. Here's the post. Here's the post. Here's the post. The Post Daily Dose.
You don't drop down to behaviors. Because when we suppress attitudes, when we suppress feelings, the only thing that's left are behaviors. That's where problem behaviors come from. That's why children have problem behaviors, because they've been suppressed, and suppressed. And so the last thing they can do is just express their behaviors. And when a child has not been able to effectively process through their behaviors, then what they end up doing is they drop into anger and depression. Because see, we spend a lot of time suppressing behaviors. So not only do we suppress attitudes, we suppress feelings, then we want to suppress behaviors. Children are only left with two options: anger and depression. Anger and depression. Anger and depression must come out through behaviors. It must come out through behaviors. And I call that the trauma triangle. That's why you got to go back and watch the video. Right? Go back and watch the video of the 3 pathways of emotional expression. I want you to understand, I've been teaching this concept a long time. Don't worry about your child getting out of control when it comes to expressing their attitudes and their feelings. Encourage more. Want more attitude, want more feelings. And then here's something, this is magic. When your child is expressing attitudes and when your child is expressing feelings, they're telling you they're stressed. So the reason you're encouraging it and the reason you're okay with it is because they're expressing their stress. They're expressing their overwhelm. And they're also expressing their gratitude that they don't have to feel so helpless and overwhelmed that they revert to behaviors. Because you're giving them an opportunity to express their attitudes and their feelings, which is what most parents don't allow them to do, or most adults haven't allowed them to do. So that's why they're conditioned, they're negatively conditioned to go to behaviors. So the more you allow them to express their attitudes and their feelings, the better off you're going to be. Don't worry about control. That's fear-based, right? Don't worry about losing control. Losing control, getting out of control, being in control. Control is all fear-based. As long as you are seeking to be in control, as long as you are seeking to dominate, as long as you are seeking to be the one in power, then you are operating from stress and fear. Relationship allows you the ability to influence your child. Influence is what you want to be able to do. You don't need to control your child. You need to be able to influence your child. If your child is going to head out the door, control is tackling them or screaming at them or yelling at them or going after them or threatening them that if they actually go out that door, something bad is going to happen. Influence, you don't have to actually get out of your seat. You just say, honey, I wish you'd stay here and we could talk this out, but I understand if you feel like you need to go out. But I'll still be here and I love you. And then that's influencing, and then that allows your child to internally have to navigate their own choices, their own stress, their own internal challenges. Stefan says, let's be honest, in modern day society, it's not common to just express feelings. It doesn't fit in the robotic model of the average worker. And yes, that imprint is what causes our fear. It absolutely is not okay. See, this is important. It is not okay to express your feelings in our society, but that's what we do. We do it anyway. Think about this. Anytime you are upset, and I'm talking about us as adults, it doesn't matter what the environment is. Anytime you are upset, there are 2 things that you do that keep you out of jail. You roll your eyes, you huff and you puff, you get angry, you maybe raise your voice. I'm saying 2. When I'm breaking down, I'm categorizing those into attitudes and feelings. You express your attitudes, you express your feelings. You tell the person, I'm upset right now, I don't like this situation, and I'm leaving. Or you roll your eyes and you say, whatever, We do it anyway. It's what we do. It's what keeps us out of jail. Right? Because if we could not express our attitudes and our feelings, we would end up hurting someone. We would end up running away all the time. We'd end up beating people up. We'd end up being in shock and overwhelm all the time. So we actually do express our attitudes and our feelings, and we have this misconception that by allowing our children and encouraging our children to express their attitudes and our feelings, we're allowing them to be disrespectful, and it's complete opposite. It's wrong. It's just wrong. You've been sold a book of goods. Right? You've been drinking Kool-Aid from generations and generations ago. It's time to stop and start looking at things different. Trish says, hey, Trish from the UK, food for thought. We would validate a friend or loved one, but suppress our children, reflecting on a badly managed weekend. Absolutely. We do that for one another. If we got a friend who's upset, we're like, heck yeah. Heck yeah. We're either championing their cause or we're being supportive. But not when it comes to our children. And a lot of times when it comes to our children, we don't do that because we feel we take it personally. We take it personally. When we take it personally, we see them as a threat. That's a very important thing. When you see your child's expression, their attitudes and their feelings, when you see it as a threat and when you're taking it personally, it means you're seeing it as a threat. The only reason you see something as a threat is because you take it personally. And the only reason you take something personally is because you have an emotional attachment to it, right? The only time we are emotionally reactive is because of unfinished business. That's the only time. You're not ever emotionally reactive over anything else other than unfinished business. So when you take your child's behavior, their attitudes, their feelings, when you take it personally, it means you're feeling threatened by them. It's because of unfinished business. So remember, guys, in any given situation, you got two choices. You can continue to react from what the generations have told you to do when it comes to your children, how to handle your children's feelings, how to handle your children's attitudes. You can continue to react and be stressed out and overwhelmed. Or you can stop, you can take 3 to 10 deep breaths. You can say, my child is scared right now. I'm not overwhelmed. I can contain my child. I can do this. We can be okay. Tell me your feelings. I want to hear them. I want to understand. I want to know. Roll your eyes. That doesn't have anything to do with me. As long as the trash is getting taken out. And if the trash doesn't get taken out, well, let's figure out another way to accomplish that. We can do that. And in that process, we're choosing love. So we can continue to react from fear, or we can choose love. And I want you all to be able to choose love. So thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you are continuing to struggle, if you're showing up and you're watching Post Daily Dose every single day and you're continuing to struggle, you need to join the movement. I want everyone to join the movement. I want everyone to join the Lovevolution, the new parenting Lovevolution. The link is in the title. newparentinglovevolution.com. Join the movement. It is a love-based parenting movement, and it is going to grow exponentially this year. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to all get together live and in person, and we're going to celebrate, and we're going to educate, and we're going to inspire, and we're going to motivate, and we're going to support, and it's going to be awesome. And you can join in right now. You can take advantage right now. And so, God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful evening of rest. I hope when you lay down tonight, I hope that your cells of your bodies release the stress, release generations of stress, generations of fear, generations of worry. And you wake up in the morning and you feel restored, revised, reinvigorated, re-energized, and ready to make it a fantastic Monday. Of course, some of my international posties are already into Monday. God bless you. For me, I'm going to be up at 3:30 in the morning Central Standard Time. I do 2 hours of work, usually 2 hours of reading or listening to some audio material, or usually writing. And then at 5:30, I meet my buddy of 40 years. We meet at the gym and we'll get our workout on. And that's what we do, and that's how I roll. And Big Papa loves you, and I will see you tomorrow.
Join us live on weekdays at 6:30 Central Time on Facebook at the Post+Institute.
Don't forget to get your copy of Brian's best-selling book, From Fear to Love, on promotion.
Just pay shipping and handling at www.feartolovebook.com. That's www.feartolovebook.com.